The man slaughtered the entire Viking tribe, but he didn't intend to wipe them all out. Suddenly, a strange mist began to spread. The man was planning to escape, but the Vikings weren't about to let him go. They started shooting arrows at him with wild fury, wounding both the man and the dinosaur. Eventually, they cornered the man, forcing him into a dire situation. The man leapt suddenly, disappearing into the mist. Then he began his own killing spree, mercilessly hunting down the Vikings without hesitation. Neither the children nor the women were spared. At that moment, a ship emerged from the mist. It was the Viking chief and his son, returning from a raid. The chief's son blew the horn. There was no reply. The chief sensed danger nearby. They arrived at the dock and found the ground covered in blood. Immediately, they rushed back to the village, only to find the bodies of their people everywhere. Not a single soul had survived. The chief hurried to find his wife, but he discovered she had also died. Overcome with grief, he held his wife's lifeless body. Then, he saw his son approaching, carrying the dead body of his younger brother. The entire tribe was left with just the two of them. They buried their people, sealing the grave with giant stones. Then, they placed the bodies of their wife and child on a boat and pushed it out to sea. Finally, they shot burning arrows, setting the boat on fire. After completing the final ritual, they armed themselves and set off on their path of revenge. At that moment, the man woke up, realizing his wounds had been treated. The woman was still caring for the dinosaur. A few days later, their wounds were almost healed. Suddenly, the Tyrannosaurus Rex caught the scent of enemies. A ship crashed into them. The chief charged forward, and the Tyrannosaurus Rex tried to attack him, but the chief's son blocked its path. The man and the chief engaged in a fierce battle on the ship, with neither gaining the upper hand. The dinosaur rammed the enemy ship, knocking the chief's son overboard, and the Tyrannosaurus Rex began to chase him. Seeing his son in danger, the chief immediately threw his axe. The Tyrannosaurus Rex, wounded, released its grip. Suddenly, the ship crashed into a reef, and everyone was swept into the raging currents. The chief continued attacking the man, but was bitten by the Tyrannosaurus Rex. The chief's son desperately tried to save his father, but was tossed into the river. The chief threw himself into the rapids to save his son.